Hello and welcome to another one of those videos where I talk about Dwarf Fortress. I've wanted to do this kind of a two-part thing. The first part is going to be just kind of a recap of everything that has come out about the Steam version of Dwarf Fortress in 2020, and then following that, we're going to do a kind of a thank you because 2020 was an oddly good year for this YouTube channel and the stuff I've been doing over here. So thank you very much everybody who's jumped on board with the channel in the past year, and if you're new and this is your first video you've seen of mine, this is actually a pretty good place to start because we're gonna cover everything. So let's start back at the beginning just for completionist's sake. Initially, the Steam version was announced on March 13th, 2019 with the announcement trailer that stated that the game was coming to Steam and itch.io. The trailer was released on KitFox Games' YouTube channel, but was leaked about 9 hours early on Reddit, which I didn't actually see. I saw it at the proper release time alongside of everybody else. This trailer was filled with mock-up graphics and very unfinished assets, and it came alongside of the announcement that the reason they decided to charge for Dwarf Fortress was to pay for upcoming medical expenses and expected costs in the future, alongside of a nest egg for retirement for the Addams brothers. It's a very admirable reason to charge for a game that has been free for so long, and the two versions would continue to have feature parity, so all features will be available in both versions. Both versions will be available on Steam as well. You will be able to switch over to DF Classic by swapping to a beta tab within Steam, or at least that's how they've discussed it. Both will feature the new UI. However, the Steam version will maintain some unique bonuses alongside the itch.io version, including graphics, full mouse support, and a custom soundtrack, as well as automatic updates and mod support, at least in the case of Steam, through the Steam Workshop. And of course, this will all be coming to you for the low price of $20. At least that's what the itch.io page is stated. And of course, the original game is very moddable as well. This is just simply automatic updates through Steam Workshop. After that, the rest of 2019 progressed pretty steadily. We had the Villains update cycle, Tarn showed up at PAX West, and there was a few public talks. Outside of that, it was more or less just the release of Villains in early 2020, and then we got the graphics updates. At least, that's when they began. The first real look at Steam's graphics was dropped on March 26th, 2020, right before the world ended, in my mind, and we got these lovely comparison shots. This was the first video that I put out, and a lot of people saw that video. So it's neat to kind of revisit these and see how they've improved everything over the year. Here's a screenshot from the original graphical upgrade, plus what they're putting out now. Over the next few weeks, we would have a rapid fire of updates and announcements throughout April into May, and then all the way up until June would be when we would get our first gameplay. Throughout those months, we got other shots of various other environments, world maps, trees, and of course, noble drowning facilities, water, and wells. And of course, with the gameplay, we get our first teases of the soundtrack, which is one of my most anticipated items in the Steam version. Listen to those tunes behind Tarn talking. It's beautiful.
Getting on with their lives here. So the big thing you might notice about this area at first is that it has some three-dimensionality to it, in the sense that there's a hill and lower levels that you can see going up and down. That was the big first project for the artists and I to kind of work out how we're gonna display this in text.
Oh, also right before that in May, we also got world maps and trees, but meh, world maps and trees. Who cares about that versus gameplay? Anyway, moving on. Towards the end of June, we got our update about weapons and various other things that could be used to cut people into itty-bitty little pieces. We also got introduced proper to the debug creature. Please, put the debug creature in the game proper. Or like sell them as a sticker or something. This thing needs to appear in the game, even if it's very, very rare. I don't care. We want debug creature! After that, we got birds and things for them to steal. We got giant creatures that live underground and not so giant creatures. We also got gremlins and things for them to pull to cause unexpected fun on your dwarves. And with that, we've covered July and we're now into August. In August, we got our first shot of the new UI, in this case the embark screen, followed by disembowelment and innards being strewn everywhere. Very excited for this one to see in action. I kind of was hoping for a GIF, but you know, you can only pray for so much. In October, we got representing dwarves graphically, which was a very major update for me as it showed us a display close-up shot of dwarves and some of the variations we're going to see with them. Shortly after that, we got some more UX, focusing on the storage solutions and the way our stockpiles are going to work. That was October. In November, we got our first look at the bridges, which have become kind of divisive, as well as the beauty that is the well animations. I absolutely love these. I didn't expect to, but I really, really, really love them. And now, of course, last but not least, this brings us to December, which gave us the update with war elephants and a whole lot of beautiful images of humans and giant creatures, followed by some more UX stuff and a full-length video featuring Tarn. So that's 2020, the first real year of updates in regards to the Steam version of Dwarf Fortress. I think it's been an interesting year for the game. It's been very neat kind of seeing interest bubble up as the year's gone on. I stream Dwarf Fortress quite a lot, so I can tell when people are interested in the game because I get influxes of new people asking questions as well as on these videos. I think that this has been a very exciting time for the game and the fans of the game. You know, I've been following this game on and off for a very long time, and only recently got super heavily into it, roughly 6 months before the Steam version was actually announced, which was oddly good timing. And I'm very excited to see a large number of people get exposed to Dwarf Fortress, either through friends who've been playing it for years and they never would give them the ear, or potentially just through the Steam algorithm and itch.io surfacing this game. It's going to be a really exciting time in 2021. You know, it's been a rough year for everybody. Development has been slow on the game, and, you know, frankly, that's as it should be. That's why I put out the video talking about release dates not too long ago, which a lot of people saw. And thank you very much to everybody who's been watching my channel, because, you know, I'm not an official source. I'm just some bloke who is way too obsessed, who's very good at keeping up with news on video games. And to those of you who watch these videos, please remember to go subscribe to the KitFox newsletter, which will be in the description of this video, as well as keep an eye on the Steam version, wishlisted on Steam. Keep it in that top 10 most wishlisted, and give it a follow over there so you get the notifications as quickly as I do. I know a few people have commented, well, why would I bother? Because these videos come out anyway. Because it helps them algorithmically. So go go follow the game on Steam and wishlist it on Steam regardless, even if you're just going to watch my videos anyways, which means a lot to me. I do this full time. I've been streaming video games on the internet for a very long time, and I've been making YouTube videos for a very long time as well. Only recently, the YouTube channel has actually gained some traction in the past year thanks to this series of Dwarf Fortress news. So thank you very much to anybody who's come on board in 2020, and I look forward to 2021 and beyond. Also, massive shout-outs to my patrons who bankroll these videos, because without them, it wouldn't quite be worth my time, but with the assistance of people on Patreon and my subscribers on Twitch, I'm able to bring this to you. So thank you very much to everybody who watches these, and I will see you further down the lines in 2021 with more Dwarf Fortress news as quickly as I can make it.